What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to show you how to restring a string-through body guitar. Now this is going to be just a quick, simple little tutorial video to help you get started. First off, we're going to be using an ESP LTD H101 FM. As you see, the strings go through the body instead of having either a Floyd Rose or a stop bar bridge. Now, a few things we're going to need before we get started. Simple little string cutters. You can get these at any hardware store and probably most guitar shops you go to. Next is a preference of mine. This, you don't really need it, just helps things to go faster. It's a little turning arm for the machine heads on the headstock. Okay, we're going to be using Ernie Ball Cobalt strings. Now, the strings, they don't really matter. They're your personal preference if you're a beginning guitar player. Try out a few different brands, figure out what you like. Okay, we're going to start by unwinding the string. Now, as you see, I've already removed the first string before the video started. Now see how it popped? That means it's loose enough to where you can go ahead and unwind it by hand. Now, what we're going to want to do is, this is a preference of mine, cut the tip of the string off so it doesn't scratch the body while you're pulling it through. Now, what you're going to want to do next is take the string, just lightly push it through a bit until it pops through on the other side. Then simply just pull the string through and discard it. Now, just take out the string for the corresponding slot on the guitar. Now, all of this, as you see, extremely easy, very simple. Anybody can do this. Now, just slide the string through the right slot. Make sure the ball comes all the way to the end. Now, take it, put it through the hole on the machine head. Now, what you tend to want to do is to have just a little bit of slack in the string so you make sure you get enough rotations on the peg. Okay? Now, some people lock their strings, some people don't. I tend not to lock them usually. They stay in tune just fine without it. Now, I always start off by hand. I don't start using the peg till I get at least one wind on the peg, just to make sure it goes on correctly. Now, ideally, you're going to want at least 4 or 5 rotations on the peg. A little less or a little more usually tends to be fine, but I wouldn't do too much less than 4 or too much more than 6, mainly because of the ease of tuning the guitar. Now, it doesn't have to go on perfect the first time. You have a little bit of room to work with. Now, as you see, the string's a little loose, a little floppy. For right now, we want it that way. Because what you're going to want to do is take the string at least under 2 or 3 fingers, hold it at the nut, just so you know, give it a bend a couple times down the fretboard. Now you don't want to bend too hard because you don't want to break the string. Now this is especially important on the higher strings. So just bend a few times up and down the neck. As you see, got a lot looser. That's because you stretched the string out and got some of the tension. When you stretch your strings, it helps your strings to keep tension and tuning while playing. So if you're a blues player or a metal player who does a lot of bends and soloing, you definitely want your strings stretched before you start playing. Now, just snip the end off the headstock, and you're done, except for tuning the strings and restringing the other strings. Now, I hope this video helped all of you. If you're someone who's been playing guitar for a long time, then I'm sure this video didn't apply to you. But to any new beginning guitarists or intermediate guitarists who've never had to change your strings, I hope this video helped you to get started. Also, remember to check back every couple weeks for new lessons and new videos from My Shadows Burn. See you guys.